Politics has now erupted after Rahul Gandhi's visit to Madurai, where he attended Jallikattu event. Congress MP, flanked by ally DMK's Udayanidhi Stalin, issued a warning against those exploiting and subjugating Tamil culture after the bull taming event. Rahul Gandhi, who recently landed from his Italian vacation, said that he is happy to see a safe Jallikattu event. Taking a dig at Rahul Gandhi, BJP IT cell Amit Malviya snubbed Rahul Gandhi, saying that he sounded and looked more like a tourist on his Tamil Nadu visit. He went on to say Rahul Gandhi seemed like he was visiting India and landed in Tamil Nadu to experience its culture. BJP has now mocked Rahul Gandhi's Madurai trip, accusing the Congress of double standards, as it was during the UPA rule in 2011 that Jallikattu festival was banned, and Congress leaders called Jallikattu sport a barbaric one.
I have specifically come here because I think Tamil culture, Tamil language, Tamil history are essential for the future of India and need to be respected by everybody in India. The government in Delhi is under the impression that they can destroy the cultures of this country. They believe that they can suppress the emotions of the Tamil people. They believe they can crush the language of the Tamil people. They believe that they can suppress the spirit of the Tamil people. I came to give them a message that nobody is going to suppress the Tamil spirit. I have come here to give a message to those people who think that they can run roughshod over the Tamil people, who think they can push aside Tamil language and Tamil culture.
Joining us live, Gopi Krishnan Unnithan, who's been reporting relentlessly right from the start of the day in Madurai. Gopi, what you saw, quite a show of sorts. Jallikattu, of course, an event that the Tamils have been waiting for. But it seems like Rahul Gandhi more or less grabbed eyeballs today.
Well, exactly, Nabila, because Jallikattu by itself is a spectacle, it's a visual spectacle, and it has a lot of emotional connect to the people of Tamil Nadu. And that is exactly why we see this long queue. People, the bull owners, the bull farmers who are lining up for kilometers to ensure that at least by the late evening they get a chance to participate. So all these visuals that you see over here are the bulls which are waiting for their turn to enter the play area, the field area. But on the other hand, we had some other political developments happening in the day, because this was the first day of Rahul Gandhi's public appearance after he had landed back from Italy. And while attending the Jallikattu event, he actually took around 5-10 minutes to speak to the people, and he started off with a very promising note in the sense he was, right from the beginning, he was very clear that this is certainly going to be a speech or an interaction which would woo the people of Tamil Nadu, and that is exactly why he started off by praising Tamil language, Tamil culture, and also trying to hit a jibe out at the people who were allegedly trying to marginalize Tamil pride. And later in the day, while he was on his way back to Delhi at the Madurai airport, he spoke to the media, and there he went on to criticize the central government so sharply.
Right.
So this perhaps is after a very long time that Rahul Gandhi has come out in the open and criticized the centre in terms of the farms law. He actually allegedly, he said that the centre is actually conspiring with some of their friends or the friends of the government for better benefits of them and not for the farmers of this country.
All right. Gopi, what we saw, the kind of bonhomie between Rahul Gandhi and Stalin Jr., Udayanidhi Stalin, both of them having a nice chat while during the show, the Jallikattu event, and then Rahul Gandhi comes out and speaks about Tamil culture and whatnot. Take us through the optics of it. How has that been received?
Well, Nabila, we must look at this whole development with the elections. We must see the elections and the Jallikattu together, because in Tamil Nadu, the elections are due anywhere between next 4 to 5 months, because it will mostly go into polls along with West Bengal and Kerala. So that has been the routine, that has how it has been happening. And DMK's major ally in the state right now is Congress. Both the parties seems to have benefited with this alliance, and that is very evident in the 2019 Lok Sabha election. So certainly Stalin and team is very keen on taking this forward, and that is exactly why Rahul Gandhi has decided that this will be his first public appearance in a poll-bound state with less than 4 months to go for the election, attending an event which is of emotional attachment to the people of Tamil Nadu. We have seen in the past when there were attempts to stop this festival, raising several allegations against Jallikattu, how the people had responded, how the community as such has responded. We have seen that in the past. So certainly Rahul Gandhi is somebody who knows what is the prominence of this festival. It is just like Durga Puja for West Bengal and Onam for Kerala. And we could actually see that while sharing the stage, Rahul Gandhi and Udayamnidhi Stalin, they had a very long and warm conversation. They were greeting each other, and after that, he, at the airport, while he was speaking, he categorically said that I am going to come back, and I am going to come back on multiple occasions. So clearly he's sending a very clear message that I am going to kickstart the political campaign over here. Even yesterday, while we were speaking to some of the Congress leaders about the politics of Rahul Gandhi, we said they were all neglecting the political angle and saying that it's just a cultural event. Rahul Gandhi is just giving a courtesy call, and he is coming as being invited by the organizers. But when he came onto the ground, we could actually see an entirely different mood on the ground. Rahul Gandhi is certainly not, even though he's not directly hinting at the political aspirations or political angles, certainly he is giving out a very strong sense on what
undoubtedly
DMK and Congress's campaign line in Tamil Nadu.
Absolutely, Gopi undoubtedly shows that he is there to up his game ahead of assembly polls in Tamil Nadu, and that's quite clear. In fact, thank you very much, Gopi, for joining us. Let's take a listen now. K. Annamalai, Tamil Nadu BJP Vice President, really had to say about attending Jallikattu event. Rahul attending the event despite criticizing it, calling it a barbaric sport. My colleague Akshata Nandagopal speaks with him.
Your reaction on Rahul Gandhi's visit and him attending a Jallikattu event?
For me, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is an MP from a neighboring state. So we see a lot of MPs coming into Tamil Nadu, and like that, he is coming to see what is happening in Tamil Nadu. My only hope and prayer is he understands the gravity of the Jallikattu, the sport, and probably he doesn't try and mislead the people of Tamil Nadu what his party has done. So before the elections, we normally see this kind of photo opportunities.
When you say that, the Congress has changed its stance, what do you mean? Are you referring to the fact that the UPA had a different stance? And is it possible that maybe the state Congress unit had a different stand and the central Congress unit had a different stand?
2011, UPA to government, the environment minister brought bulls to that category of the spectator sport. The problem started then. So that was an ill-timed move, and probably done by an environment minister in UPA too, without understanding the sport itself per se, the history of the sport and the valor of Tamil people. So it started then. So 2014, just before the elections, the Congress was trying to make a move by trying to revoke that ban, and again the Supreme Court struck it. So if you look at the political will, what happened in 2011, it was clearly against Tamil culture. Under the ill-advised move of PETA, KUPA, and all the NGOs based out of South India, specifically from Bangalore, they did it. The resolute and the determined move came in 2016 after the NDA government came to power, specifically in January 7, 2016, where the environment minister then revoked it, brought a notification again bringing Jallikattu where people can enjoy the sport. So this clearly what happened is after this, the protests that erupted in Tamil Nadu, again the Supreme Court struck it in 2016, 2017. In January 2017, we had a lot of protests in Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
So, which was orchestrated by DMK and all those people. They brought a lot of social activists inside. So that gave a color as if BJP is against the sport and the NDA government is against the Jallikattu.
I'm glad, Annamalai, you brought up the protests that happened in 2017, because I remember I was there. I remember the kind of anger, the outrage against the Modi government and against the government in the state. And essentially the contention of the locals then who were protesting for Jallikattu, saying that it's our tradition, it's our culture that's being trampled here. is that the administration wasn't listening to them and was doing very little. So what's your response to that? Because largely, if you look at how the narrative has been around Jallikattu, it's always been that the BJP has tried to stop the sport from happening.
But clearly we know in 2016, January, immediately after NDA 1 came to power, the Modi government brought a notification bringing back Jallikattu. So right now, Rahul Gandhi ji coming to Tamil Nadu and witnessing the sport purely for political reasons has to understand the whole problem started when UPA 2 was power in 2011.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.